Dan the Natural Man Show. Hello, everybody. It is a wonderful Wednesday. The weather is mighty fine. So today I want to talk about weight loss. And when I'm talking about weight loss, I'm talking about fat loss. Because the goal of weight loss is to maintain as much muscle mass as possible and to lose the necessary amount of fat mass that you need to lose. Now, we can go back in time to myself when I was, I think I was 25 or 26. Let's say between the ages of 25 and 30. I decided I wanted to have a six-pack abs. And, you know, I finished college when I was 22. I think it was 22 or 23. I had my degree in exercise science. So, I want a six-pack, so I found some bodybuilding magazine, which, you know, your bodybuilding magazines, they're really, you know, the people in the magazines are pretty much all on steroids. But I found this lean out diet. And I think I was about 200 to 215 pounds. Yeah, I've been lifting for years. I mean, at this time, I think I could bench press 275 for 6. I was pretty strong for a natural guy, you know, for Dan the Natural Man. So the magazine said I should go on 1,800 calories a day, low carb. So, you know, I've never leaned out before. Up until this point, I would eat healthy and just try to get as strong as I could. So I was totally switching gears. So I did this diet. I did this diet for about 8 months straight. Okay, 8 months straight. I got down to, my lowest weight was 170 pounds. I was ripped. I had a six-pack. Yeah, I did. But I also burned a lot of muscle tissue. And my strength declined drastically. I think that I could barely bench 225 at then. I was benching maybe 315. And at the end of my diet, I could only bench about 225. I should have known something was wrong at that point, right? But this was an experimentation. And, you know, the book never talked about, well, when do we end this diet, right? When do we end it? So I stayed on these low calories for another, I probably was on this diet between 3 and 5 years. I can't remember. And as long as I stayed on the diet like that, I stayed lean. But I got sick of being weak, so I decided at one point I'm going to go back to maintenance calories. I went back to maintenance calories. I gained back up to about 185 or 190. My strength came back. And I still looked really good. I was able to maintain that lean physique because I was eating at maintenance. But during my diet, I did hit a lot of what they call plateaus. I plateaued for a while and I couldn't lose anymore. And so I would eat, sometimes during the plateau, I would eat something really high calories, some kind of junk food, ice cream or a cake or something. And then my weight loss would start again. So why I tell you the story for is I recommend now, working with myself, working with other people, having experiences like that, don't drop your calories so low from the start of your diet because you have nowhere to go from there. There were weeks where I was eating less than that because I didn't understand at the time that my body was slowing down its metabolism because I wasn't eating enough. You have to remember, I was also running, lifting, and working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week at this warehouse where I was packing boxes and walking. I didn't even have a drive to do anything. I was just like blah. So now I recommend when you want to lose weight, you want to lose fat, you want to figure up your maintenance calories, and you have to be honest with yourself, because to get a good estimate, you want to be honest about how much exercise you're currently doing, because this is going to give you a more accurate maintenance count. I had it in my head about, you multiply your body weight times a number. I want to say maintenance for people who are completely sedentary is about, you multiply your body weight by 12 and 13. Then you go up from there, the more active you are. There's also good calculators online. Some of them might overestimate though. So so you'll find your maintenance calories, and then you subtract 200 to 300 calories from that. So let's say your maintenance calories are 2,600 calories. So you go down to 2,300 or 2,400. And you'll exercise, and you'll focus on building muscle mass, because muscle mass is so important. And it'd be easier to build muscle mass when you are at a slight deficit as opposed to being at a very steep deficit. It's almost impossible to build anything when you're at 1,000 calories below your maintenance. You're going to start burning muscle at that point. And you're going to go slow. The goal is to eat as much as you can and still lose weight. This way you're going to be able to maintain your muscle. You're going to be able to build muscle. You're going to be able to have energy to work out and do your job and take care of family. And so after you lose about 10 pounds, you'll recalculate your maintenance and go from there. But once you get to your body weight that you want to be and you're happy with the way you look, you want to figure out your maintenance calories again, go back up to those and stay there. See, a lot of people will diet their whole lives, but that's not what you want to do, because it will weaken you, and some people will start to gorge food if they are dieting too low for too long. Your body will make you eat eventually. So I hope this has helped. And and of course the foods, you want to eat whole foods, like I teach, whole food plant-based, or you could be whole food plant-based with some animal protein. Just make sure it's low fat, high fiber, whole foods. Cut the processed food, get your water in, get your sleep in. I hope this video has been helpful. Maybe it'll help some of you that, I've met people that are eating 700 calories. And they have been eating 700 calories for years. They haven't lost weight in years, and they're afraid to eat more food because they're afraid they're going to get fat and they may gain weight. You may gain weight initially if you've been eating that low for so long. But in 2 or 3 or 4 months, your metabolism will heal and come back up if you go back up to your maintenance calories, get that metabolism turn back on, and then start your little bitty deficits from there. But if you're one of these people that have been starting for years, there is a better way. So if you like this video, please like it and share it. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my page, DanTheNaturalMan.com. And remember, until next time, keep it natural.